this is Jason with MyRepairApp, and today we're going to go over how to make a repair ticket. So first things first is you're going to go into your check-ins. You're going to go to your repair. Then you just enter in the customer information. If it's a new customer, you just press here, enter in the customer information. If it's a returning customer, you just enter in their name, their phone number, or their email. It should pull them up. We're just going to use this guy. Then from here, you're going to enter in the device information. This is the device that the customer came in. If they brought multiple devices, you're going to put them in here so you can keep track of the devices that they brought in. So we're going to say they brought in an iPhone 11 as an example, right? Great. So we're going to add that in. If it's a device you've never seen before, you can actually just quickly add it here so that you can keep track of it. From there, you can add the serial number or IMEI, the password or passcode. You can even do patterns if they have a pattern. Then save it. You can bring that up later in the ticket. You can also add additional details, but we're just going to keep this simple with that. Then from here, let's say they wanted to do a screen repair. So you're going to set this up in one of two ways. It's going to depend on the state that you're in. Some states make it where you have to do the service and then you have to charge for the part separately. So all you would do is you would have to go something like iPhone screen repair. Then you see it there, and then you would just go like iPhone 11. I don't know, let's go with like X07. No, let's go with LCD. So we'll add like that. It'll be separate. You'll see they just adds on top of it. So if you did that, you would probably want to adjust the prices so that they made more sense. But most of the time, the state you're going to be in, it's going to be you're going to charge for the service itself. So you're actually just going to attach the part to the labor. The reason it's like this is because let's say you have somebody painting your house as an example. You know, they're going to tell you how much it is to actually paint the house. They're not going to say, hey, you know, this part is $150 because that's just confusing. But there are other systems that are set up like that. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So we're going to sit there and we're going to attach that part. Oop, if I can spell. iPhone 11. We're just going to attach that in there. Cool. So it's going to say that it's out of stock because I actually do not have it in my inventory in stock. So if I go to my parts, you see that it's actually out of stock. So this is going to add it to a list so that you can order it later. So you just know that this customer needs that. If it's in stock, it's going to be green and it'll say in stock. As an example, if I went and I did the in stock, our search is automatically going to prioritize parts that are in stock, by the way, just makes it easy because most of the time you're not going to want to see parts that are out of stock by default. So cool. You see in stock. Great. But I'm going to remove that. So that's as simple as it is. If you need to add an accessory, you can add any accessories here. Like if you wanted to add that, you add an accessory. It'll add into the price and then the total. So from here, if they set an appointment, you can actually do appointments here. It's really easy. Let's say a customer calls and they say, hey, how much is it to fix my iPhone 11 screen? You know, and you say it's $150. They're going to say, ooh, I actually only have 130. You know, talk with your boss, manager, things like that. If like you are flexible on the price a little bit, you say, okay, I'll do that. So you can actually set it to like 130 so that the employee who looks at this knows that, hey, this is only gonna be 130. Then you can say, you know, what time you're going to come in. They're going to say, oh, I'm going to come in tomorrow at, I don't know, let's say 9 a.m., right? Cool, great. If they don't set an appointment, obviously you can just like kind of not do this. But if they did a walk-in, you can say, okay, they left it in the store. It's in the storage bin A4. And then that should let the employee know that, hey, that customer left it in the store. You know, they didn't take it with them. And then if it's waiting for part, you can click that one. And if it's a part that needs to be ordered, you can add like who's it's coming from, and then you can add the tracking number. Cool. And then obviously you have your payment options. So we're just going to do cash. Cool. Let's say they want to do the entire thing. You can do it like that. Then you can add notes. So if it's let's say it's that customer, right? So you said customer called, and said could only do 130. Manager authorized price. Coming in tomorrow at 9 a.m. This first note, it's always going to save automatically to make your life a little bit easier. And then if you wanted to display on an invoice for like an insurance company because they want to see the notes, you can click here. If you don't have it checked. And then if you need to add any pictures, anything like that, you just press this and then you can add files and it'll just load into here so you can see them later. Super easy. And then from here, if you need to print it, you can print a label, a receipt, the invoice. Invoice is going to be a full-size paper. This is going to be a thermal receipt, and that's going to be like the label that you like stick onto the device. This is all going to print from like the PDF on the actual like computer. So if you've ever printed anything from your browser before, then it works the exact same. Sometimes you might have to like mess with it because we only test on Dymo. So if it's like one of the other ones, you might have to like fit to the page. You might have to like mess with the size of like the length of it. But it's really, really straightforward. It takes like 2 seconds. 99% of the time, it's just automatically right by default. Cool. Then from here, you can decide, do I want to save it and send it to my queue? Or do I want to close it because it's done? Right now, we're just going to save it. Great. We're going to open it. So you're going to see that ticket is here. It's going to show me that they set an appointment. It's going to be another color because it's in a waiting status. Just like if, like if this same thing, it's in a waiting status. And then you have these, which are the items, the name, the devices. Cool. And then if you want to close it, you can sit there and close it here by dragging it to the close section. You can also just open it, press the close button. That's going to open where you can assign it, who's responsible for the ticket, me, who did the repair, me, who sold the accessory, me. If it's another employee, you can actually change it and it'll give them credit. This is a new account, so obviously I'm the only one on here. We're going to confirm. If you have any forms, the form will pop up that you can fill it out. But if you go into your metrics, go into your employees, you can actually see that this is going to be for however long I want to do this for. Let's say I want to do it for this month all the way up into it. It's going to load in all the stuff, which this only has like a day of stuff. So you see I have a 75% attachment rate from 4 tickets. And then it'll add into the repairs or the sales exactly what is in there. If you are on here and you leave this in repair, this is going to track how long that your repair time is. So if you're really big on tracking your employees' repair time, you want to make sure that when they're working on it, it's here. And when they're not, it's not, right? And then that'll track their time. The reason why is because let's say that, you have a 50% margin. So if you like go into your overview as an example, let's say you have like a 50% gross margin, your average transaction value is, let's say $80. This means you're only making $40. You're paying that employee $20 an hour. It takes them 2 hours for every repair. You're obviously not making anything, right? So you can kind of adjust. It's just how you want to do it. Makes it a little simpler. But yeah, if you have any questions, definitely reach out to us on the Facebook group or on our Discord. Or you can also email us at support@myrepairapp.com if you have any other questions or concerns. Thanks.